AAU was established in year 1969 and belongs to the group of state agricultural universities created in the country on land grant pattern of USA after independence. Many of these universities have been subsequently fragmented to create new universities like Horticulture University, Veterinary University, Fish Universities, etc. This has affected disciplinary integration and created issues in serving farming community where the need is to provide new knowledge, technology and application for the entire farm based on farming system approach. It is admirable that Assam Agricultural University has maintained integrated structure of all disciplines of agriculture sciences under single umbrella to effectively serve the cause of agriculture and farmers in a more effective way. It brings me great pleasure to know the contribution of Assam Agricultural Universities, some of which are shared by Honorable Vice Chancellor with us. I will not repeat those, but still I feel it worth mentioning that this esteemed institution has recently achieved an extraordinary feat, attaining the 19th rank in the National Institution Ranking Framework with a remarkable jump of 22 ranks from its previous rank. AAU has maintained A grade from National Agriculture Education Accreditation Board in the ICR ranking for 2021. Assam Agriculture University has produced close to 13,000 graduates and more than 6,000 postgraduates since its creation. In terms of output of university, it has developed 124 rice varieties, which include 61 varieties of rice, which is the dominant crop of this state. Even in the last year alone, AAU has developed 8 high-yielding rice varieties, one each of finger millets, sesame, moong meal, and oat meal. My compliments to teachers, scientists, technical and field staff for producing lot of research material, package of practices, diagnostic, along with a large number of graduate and postgraduate students. I am told the university has developed strong capacity in promising area of research like biotechnology. This will be instrumental in harnessing rich bioresources of the state for the benefit of posterity and facing future challenges like climate change. The state of Assam is endowed with very rich land and water sources as well as biodiversity. At the same time, large area of the state is vulnerable to floods which hit the state almost every year. These characteristics have significant bearing on the performance of agriculture in the state and they should guide the research agenda of this university. Though the university has done very well in its mandated area, there is always scope and need for improvement and doing better, and I feel convocation is the best occasion to reflect on that. Statewide data shows that per hectare productivity of crop sector in Assam during last 3 years, that is covering 2018-19 to 2020-21, was above national average but lower than many states. Crop productivity in Assam is 45% lower than neighboring state of West Bengal. Yield of rice, which is predominant crop of Assam, is 2236 kg as compared to 2996 kg in West Bengal and 2806 kg at national level. Productivity of milk animal in Assam is awfully low, probably lowest among all major states in the country. Average daily milk yield of milk animals, cows plus buffaloes in the state is only 1.67 kg per day, which is less than half of West Bengal and less than one third of all India average. State can easily usher in white revolution by raising milk productivity to national level. Major source of growth in crop sector are increase in productivity and diversification toward high value crops like fruit and vegetables. Today, the top state in overall productivity is not the state which has highest productivity in individual crops, but the state which is diversifying toward fruit and vegetable. For example, productivity of Andhra Pradesh is at par with what is productivity of crop sector in Punjab and Haryana, but growth of crop sector in Andhra is close to 5% per year, whereas that in Punjab is 0.5%. So this is just indicative of what is the scope of achieving growth through diversification toward high value crops. Experience of last 10 years indicates that crop sector in Assam followed trend growth rate of 2.6%, while livestock sector has shown a remarkable annual growth rate of 12%. I am told that this is mainly in the meat sector, but equally same scope exists in dairy sector in livestock. These are respectable growth rate and shows healthy progress in agriculture in the last decade. Productivity level in the state is low, which point to potential for accelerated growth on sustained basis in the state for many years. I suggest to researchers at AAU to identify best options for various agroclimatic regions of Assam and develop varieties and package of practices according to them and also improve productivity of milk animals. There is a renewed interest in millets and nutri-cereal because of high nutritive value and their hardiness to adapt to climate change. I hope that with your search you will be able to bring profitability of nutri-cereal at par with crops like paddy to incentivize farmers to shift area from water-intensive crop to water-saving and more resilient nutri-cereals. India's achievement in post-harvest technology lags behind the achievement in production. This causes gluts and crashes in the market and is responsible for very low value addition. Appropriate post-harvest technology of storage and processing is must for stabilizing prices and promote value addition. It is pertinent to mention that Assam has a competitive advantage over other regions in natural and organic agriculture in large area of the state. Assam Agriculture University should create awareness among farmers to take benefit of central schemes for natural farming, organic farming, prakritik kheti, etc. and volunteer to be the regional certification institution for natural and organic products. Friends, our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has emphasized several times to change our mindset from incremental change to transformative change. This is must to meet the aspiration of rising India and rising Assam. Agriculture has to play a significant role in this as this sector in Assam contributes 1/4 of state income and provide employment as principal employer to 48% of workforce of the state. This requires development and dissemination of state-of-the-art technology in all fields of agriculture to raise income of cultivators and agriculture laborers and a state as a whole. Among the four components of agriculture and allied sector, fisheries at the top in terms of growth rate in output, which has reached close to 10% in the last 10 years at national level. Assam, with abundant riverine and water bodies, has huge scope to raise output of fishery. Already the growth rate in fishery has started accelerating. There is a need to sustain it in many years to come. I suggest AAU to help state of Assam to raise growth rate in fishery from current level of 6.6% to 10%, which is at national level. And we have example before us again of Andhra Pradesh, where fishery production has been growing by 20% every year for last so many years. Your efforts in pushing growth rate of various subsectors of agriculture will be very helpful in meeting aspiration of about half of the population of Assam that depend upon agriculture for their livelihood. And this will contribute toward achieving goal of Viksit Assam and Viksit India. I now turn to the students who are star of convocation. Agriculture scene in the country is changing at fast rate. Same is the case with the job market for agriculture graduates. Bulk jobs are not now available in any single organization unlike in the past. Now the demand lies in diversified area. Therefore, you need to plan differently for your professional career compared to your earlier peers. I strongly feel that agriculture graduates should take cue from engineering graduates. Only small fraction of engineering graduates get technical job and a large number of them go for managerial job after obtaining diploma and degrees in management course. In my opinion, it may not be wise to show too much loyalty to hardcore discipline of agriculture for developing your profession. As a professional graduate of AAU, you have big edge over graduates in general universities. Do not feel shy of competing in any lucrative job, be it in civil administration, bank, PSU, police, armed forces, private sector, etc., rather than looking for job only in the state extension department, state development department, or in the university itself. I can say with confidence that many of you will succeed in this. The third potential area is private sector, agribusiness and startup. The way agriculture is changing, you find that huge private investments are coming into agriculture and new kind of agribusiness is shaping up. This is an emerging area with vast scope for employment. Agriculture is getting modernized and commercialized. Commerce in agriculture is growing. Private status of agro-processing and post-harvest value addition is also now showing sign of increase. As our economy grows, these areas will expand rapidly. Agribusiness is expanding from seed to agro-processing and agri-marketing. This expansion will require professionals with technical know-how of agriculture. Getting jobs there require business-oriented skills, aptitude, and some personal traits. If AAU offer some short duration course in agribusiness skills with the involvement of private sector, it will be very handy for the graduating students in getting private sector jobs. The fourth potential area is much talked about self-employment. I will talk about this in more detail as this is very important area for future. Two big differences between the opportunity to the graduates today compared to the graduates earlier are one, the necessity and two, the potential for getting into entrepreneurship. Government of India has launched a couple of initiatives in this area. The most recent one is SETU, self-employment talent utilization. These initiatives under various ministries offer lot of opportunities, but they require some sort of entrepreneurial skills. This can produce excellent results if it is combined with much emphasized agriculture diversification in the country. This state has lot of diversity and some pockets have shown high success through diversification toward high-value crops, medicinal and aromatic plants. There is scope for further promotion of high-value enterprises in some pockets at many places in the state, but They require knowledge, skill, technology, and market access. Some of you can try organizing farmers in a FPO-like organization to grow high-value crops under your managerial and technical advice. A new concept of paid farm services for tractor, thresher, sprayer, other farm machinery for smallholders is now emerging like Uber and Ola. Entire Northeast has vast untapped potential for products with unique attributes. However, not many private entrepreneurs and business from outside Northeast are taking interest in marketing of products from North.